Hey guys, before this video starts, I want to tell you about a big announcement, and that is that I collaborated with one of my favorite artists, Day Off Limited, to make a phone case for Casetify. This is my very own Nick is Not Green phone case that was basically made completely by Day Off. I didn't really have any hand in it. They just know the channel and they have all the references and they put friends of mine on the case. You've got me, Curtis, Isabel, Derek, Ro, Elsie, Jordan, Jarvis, Dev, my brother Austin, Ethan, Danny, and Mr. Beard. I hope I didn't miss anyone, but you have a whole slew of different references across the entire case, so try to see if you can figure them all out. We've also got Nintendo Switch cases too. They're great. You get the art nice and big. So you can go to casetify.com/nickisnotgreen to check out these cases, and you can use code DAYOFF at checkout to get 15% off your order. I'm super excited about these cases. I want to give another big shout out to Day Off Limited with Bridget and Luke. They're both freaking magicians when it comes to art. So if you want to join my little cult and have a phone case that matches mine, make sure you go check them out. The link will be in the description. Thank you guys, and let's check out this little fun video I did with my buddy Jarvis. It is a funny video. It's going to crack you up. You're going to be busting your gut. Hey Jarvis.
Hey Nick.
So today I brought you into my little collab corner. Am I right?
Yeah, Nick's collab corner.
And we're doing a nice high quality collab here. We're both on the screen like it's the beginning, and a Drake and Josh intro. You know Drake and Josh?
Yeah, I remember Drake and Josh.
And so today we're going to be talking about Casey Neistat. People used to call him YouTube's golden boy. You know, he wore those funny little glasses. He did the funny little skateboard, and he lives in the Big Apple.
He was in the Big Apple. He had his workshop.
Yeah, and that's about it. But did anyone know that I used to be a Casey Neistat?
Whoa, there was a name for you.
Yeah,
a Casey
I just came up
Neistat.
with it right now. But
that was pretty impressive, actually.
Yeah, I know. I'm actually thank you.
We spent like 5 minutes congratulating you on that pun.
Thank you, everybody. We built a little ribbon for me and put it around my neck. So I used to be into Casey Neistat. I watched all his vlogs. And as I was sort of growing out of it and like kind of on the brink of, you know, I still thought his content was great, but I was just moving on to other YouTubers. This one Casey Neistat video came out that changed everything for me. Okay.
Everything was changed. Okay.
In a very absurd way where like there's nothing like seriously wrong with what happened, but it like bugged me. And I hadn't watched the video in like 4 or 5 years. But it was kind of a common joke between me and my friends because we were all fans of him. And then this was kind of something we all kind of were like riled up about. And so I watched it like 2 weeks ago, and I could not stop laughing at how absurd it is. And I will explain the premise to you. Let's dive in. The video is called World's Silliest Cop Car by Casey Neistat. And it's got 1.8 million views. And it has a dislike percentage, which I didn't even know it had at the time. I actually didn't know this was a internet thing. I just thought this was like a me thing, and I realized that I jumped on this thing. But the thing I also didn't think about was that many years ago, I was like, I probably just was like being offended because everyone was offended. But then I watched the video. I was like, it's even worse than I thought it was.
Oh, for real. I also used to watch Casey Neistat. I mean, like I say used to watch because he doesn't post like anymore, really. But I don't think during this era I was watching, because I think I watched like, maybe this is right before I started watching his videos kind of religiously. So I missed this one. Yeah.
I think a lot of people did, because it only got 1.8 million views for Casey. That's like it's a freaking rock in the old bag. I don't know if that's a term, but
oh yeah, it's just a rock in the bag.
Yeah, it's a rock in the bag, rock bag. So this is a difficult thing to navigate before we start the video, because
we should address this.
The premise of the video is the reason that it is so disliked is that Casey sees this cop in an NYC smart car cop car. Okay, a police car.
Oh, okay.
But it's a smart car, and it's a very small little like funny little car.
Yeah.
And the reason everyone is so mad, including myself, not mad anymore, I think it's absurdly like funny how overboard Casey went with this, but he like verbally harasses this cop for being in like an embarrassingly small cop car for like the back half of this video. Like
what?
Before I go on telling Jarvis this, of course I do not support the NYPD. I think they're scum of the earth, but
big budget, biggest budget. Love it. Oh, and it's getting used so much. And this is, I'm joking. And this is a joke.
We don't like cops, but this is a video that Casey went so overboard with being mean to this cop that I felt bad for him. And I genuinely...
That's so funny.
And so did so many other people. I was also a freshman in college and didn't know the police were bad because my brain, it wasn't developed at all. I know that's an old age to not realize that, but I'm sure it wasn't really at the top of my worries. And Jarvis is in a cave. Just so you know whose side I'm on in this little debacle we've got. It's not Casey, and it wasn't Casey when I was 17 or 18 or whatever. And we know that the NYPD sucks and we hate the police, and yes, but this video is much less about the whole police car situation and much more about Casey's attitude in this video. This isn't a thing where like Casey is like anti-police and like it could be misconstrued. Like he actually goes out of his way to say multiple times that the NYPD is supposed to be like big and mighty and strong, and you're making them look like foolish. And the description here says, "I have nothing but the utmost respect for our law enforcement officers, which is why they shouldn't be driving around in these ridiculous clown cars." Smiley face, winky face, sorry.
Yeah.
So with that, all that intro, sorry about that. Let's dive in so I can just show you what we're talking about. You got the classy Casey. You got classy Casey.
Classy Casey.
Okay, so let's jump in without further ado before.
Oh, so you're not even.
No.
It was a regular vlog until this point. So all this stuff isn't even relevant. Oh, I guess that's how the vlogs would work, right?
This is all Casey Neistat stuff. He does the thing with his hand where he like points at people and then he like is like yelling in this guy's shop while people are trying to get stuff. That's besides the point. I'm just goofing on him. But this is where things get fun. Also, the fact that he like constantly tells people to get on his boosted board like fans and then doesn't give them a helmet and they like fall over. He used to do that like so much. That's also besides the point. You know, his choice. They consented to it. Whatever. They deserve
Rest in peace, boosted boards. I guess because the company went out of business, right?
Wow, this is funny how little of the video it is, but I felt like it was 5 minutes of it. But
you now just real quick for the audience. You set this up as like, you know, I used to watch Casey Neistat every day. I was a Casey Neistat stan. And then one fateful day I was watching a vlog. One day my whole world changed. And this is like outside of how, you know, it's like whatever. You didn't say anything bad about Casey Neistat as a person. You just said that there was this thing that happened in a video that, you know what? I just never watched the next vlog. And you really built it up. And now I'm seeing that it's less than 2 minutes at the end of a video. Less than 2 minutes at the end of a video. What's about to happen? Like, dude, what? This is a highly concentrated.
It is
2 minutes.
But listen, there's a reason why I said that it was 5 minutes long. It's because
for you, life moves in slow motion when you watch this minute and a half of this Casey Neistat video. You go into bullet time where every frame takes 10 seconds for you.
It is very highly concentrated. And Ethan, if you leave in any of my voice cracks.
What is this car?
The shark swarms the boat. Imagine a day on the job and you step out of the car and this dude comes up to you and he pops into frame and he goes, "What is this car?" He's sunglasses. I had the gorilla.
He really hit him with the, "What are those?"
Like, imagine like you're just stepping out of the car and you see that guy with the glasses and everything with his little camera and his gorilla grip tripod. And,
his gorilla pod. Yeah. And
you'd just be like, "Here we go." And then this is what happens.
Also, wait, can I just say that the NYPD police car, it is tiny.
It is pretty
I will say that it's pretty tiny, and it almost feels like, you know, this cop did a bad job or something, and they were like, "No, your car is getting shrunk for that one, James."
Yeah, exactly. Because
CPR, courtesy, professional,ism, and respect. Dude, Nick, if I'm ever like choking on something, like if I ever we're at dinner and I like like start eating a piece of steak or something and I start choking, oh no, please help me. I need you to stand up from your seat, walk behind me, wrap your arms around me and give me courtesy, professionalism, and respect. That's the Heimlich maneuver. Actually, I want you to put your...
I was just trying to break that to you. I was waiting for the joke to be over, and I was going to go, yeah, that makes sense, except you're talking about the Heimlich maneuver.
Yeah, okay, well, guess how much courtesy, professionalism, and respect you're giving me right now? None! That's why it's the Heimlich maneuver, because you're not giving me any CPR.
Hey, I'm sorry. Listen, we can fix this. We can fix this, okay? He'll explain. Okay. Casey's going to show us a little CPR of his own, okay?
Hey, the shark stalks its prey.
Yes.
What is this car?
It's a smart car.
Man, what do you do? Where's your...
Also, I forgot to mention, Casey's audio is atrocious. It is so, like, over the top funny.
I don't know how he got any good audio because he shoots on a shotgun mic.
Yeah.
Yeah, like mounted on the camera. And so like if there's a bunch of like street noise and stuff, it's going to be difficult to like, you'll be able to hear what you're pointed at, but you're still going to pick up a lot of the other stuff as well.
And I'm like listening to this and I'm like, I cannot like it. Why does he not put subtitles on these videos? Because it's like,
well, it was this very like the vlog, this art form. It's very, you know, frenetic. It's very, you know, you're in the moment. It's supposed to capture the hustle and bustle of New York City. It's not supposed to have clean audio because life isn't clean, Nick. The sounds of New York City are not to be filtered out.
You sound like one of those like film Twitter people who are like, and it was actually good because you couldn't hear anything they were saying. It was part of like the story arc. You know, it really worked its way into the film.
I just want to point out something. And this is like, I also watched a lot of Casey Neistat videos. And one thing that's like cool, I'll say, and unique about him is just the confidence that he just like jaunted around New York with. Like he owned the place.
Really
like,
though, yeah.
Like you will never catch me, a black man, accosting a New York City police officer.
For
not
real,
even,
though.
I would cross the street the other way. There's just not a good track record there. So the fact that if I were to go, hey, Mr. Man, quite the tiny fucking car you got there. It's just like, it's just not a conversation I would have.
And
I would avoid it at all costs.
If you were in New York and that happened, like, and this guy is so like sheepish, but he's also like he's not rude about it at all, and he's trying to just like go about his day. And I'm like, Casey, man, you didn't need to do this.
I'm just like, it's wild that he's doing this because it's something that my brain doesn't compute, you know?
Well, it's because he's like buddy with like the cops. Like, you know how many videos he's made where he's like,
well, he's buddy with every New Yorker. I will say it's like because in his videos it's like and that's a cool, like, honestly, like it's such a cool thing about him that he can just like be friends with anybody. I want that. I want that. Maybe I don't want this specifically because I think it could get me into a jam, but
a little bit of a problem.
But in general though, I admire that quality.
Yeah, let's see how much you admire it. Here we go.
NYPD, where's the dignity, man?
He's just screaming into the mic.
NYPD, where's the dignity, man?
He also like constantly talks about how like NYPD needs to hold up the standard, and I'm like, at least I don't need to be like standing up for a cop right now because you're doing it enough, Casey. Like, you're freaking.
And that's the wimpiest car I've ever seen. Look at this thing.
He went to the other side of the street to get a different angle.
This is where it gets good because he'll like you think he's like at the end of his little bit, and then like camera cuts and he's like still going.
Normally in his videos he's going from place to place. He's doing a time lapse here, he's doing a thing over there. It is very funny for him to
took his time,
cut and then be at the same place that he was just at.
And you think, however many times you think that like the bit's over and it's time for him to go to the next thing, it just goes. It just keeps going.
Where's the dignity, man? That's the wimpiest car I've ever seen. Look at this thing. Look at the little lights. It's ridiculous.
Dear NYPD. It's the funniest cut.
I'm like, has Casey never seen something small before?
No, it's bizarre because you're like, this isn't the craziest thing I've ever seen. Like, if I saw that, if I went to New York and saw that, I'd go, huh, and I'd keep walking. Like, I would not have a second thought about it.
It's also like, okay, you know, it requires less energy to run. It's easier to park at places. In fact, like parking my car, I'm often like, if only this were smaller, I could fit in that spot, you know?
And it is like so funny
for him, it's like almost too funny to be like written as a comedy skit. The way he like it cuts from him screaming into the mic and then the little selfie cam with the car behind him and then going "Dear NYPD" and like going.
Wait, he said "Dear NYPD."
Just wait.
Look at the little light.
He's like,
It's ridiculous.
That's
Dear
ridiculous.
NYPD, what were you thinking when you bought these things? How is
Wait,
anyone
can you pause? Oh my God, he zoomed in again.
it's like, dude, give it up, bro. Like, give it up.
Has this guy never seen a small thing before? Like, does he
Yeah.
look at a baby and he goes, "Look at the little guy. He has little arms and legs."
His hands
That's
are so
crazy.
He's got little nubs on his fingers. I've never
Yeah,
seen
what
anything
the
like
hell?
this.
What the hell is this? He cuts. He's like,
Yeah.
"Look at this baby. This baby's so small."
Yo, have you seen one of these things? It's like a small dog. This thing's crazy.
It's like, what? Why do they make him so tiny? Dear parents, how dare you make something so
How are we supposed to respect
uncool?
humanity if they're making babies like this?
Dear NYPD, what were you thinking when you bought these things? How is anyone supposed to respect a police force that drives around in little go-karts?
He's going. He like does not give it up. It's like, dude, how long have you been filming for? Like, I'll let it run one more shot.
Look at this tiny little car. What do you think of this thing?
He starts.
He's doing man on the street interviews now.
He brings up random people and he's like, "Hey, what do you think about this?" If someone asked me, I'd go, "I don't know. Like, it's a small car."
I would be like, it's a little itty bitty car, and then he'd be like, "Don't you think the NYPD should inspire like respect and forcefulness?" And I'm like,
I'd go, "Whoa,
"What do you want?
dude,
Like a
that's not-"
tank? Like, what do you want them to have?"
Yeah, I'd be like, "Okay, I thought the car was kind of funny. I don't think I don't need some commentary on like the respect
Yeah.
and tradition of the NYPD." So he rolls up on this stranger, this poor man. He's like, "Why are you recording?" Like, also the fact that like not everyone knows who Casey Neistat is, especially like adults, and he's walking around like pointing his camera in everyone's face, and I'm like, that's not how normal people act. Like, I've never done that before.
I think that like in a post Casey Neistat world, we started having conversations about the ethics of like vlogging in public and how to go about it. Because I think that I could not do something like run and gun like this. I think I would be cautious and want to ask every person before I like showed them on. But this approach did allow him to kind of capture life as it happened.
Yeah.
As long as you keep in mind that a man is walking towards you with a giant camera.
Yeah, with his big gorilla thing.
Look at this tiny little car. What do you think of this thing?
Yo, this thing is crazy. I've never seen anything like it.
what? Okay, maybe he did ask that guy before he filmed.
Was that an actor? That was bizarre.
That guy was reading a script. It also was such a bad actor too. Wow, that car is crazy. I've never seen anything like it.
Casey's like, "What do you think of this car?" And this guy goes,
Yeah. This car?
"Yo."
It's this car is crazy, and I've never seen anything like it.
He goes, he's just like, "Yo, this car is crazy. I've never seen anything like it." I'm like, dude, cut the camera.
This is, imagine Casey held him there for like 10 takes.
Yeah.
And he was just like, "You've got it. You're not, come on, you got to say the line tighter, man."
What do you think of this thing?
Yo, this thing is crazy. I've never seen anything like it.
The other thing I was gonna say about this guy is that he goes in like Casey also thinks it's gonna be like really cool and like crazy. But now Casey is like, "Oh wait, he didn't immediately like insult it, so let me give my take so he he can get the cue to insult the car."
Also, can you do me a favor and move my face to the bottom left hand of the screen? And the reason for this is because I want to point out the guy on the top right holding his phone, taking a fucking photo of the smart car, like he's witnessing the eighth wonder of the world.
I didn't realize that.
He's like, "Hang on, I gotta get this."
I swear
Oh my
to
God, my wife will never believe me that I saw this.
I'm seriously, like, I'm not even saying this in a way against Casey or for the police officer, like, just in general, like, I don't find it that interesting. Like, it's not that interesting.
Not. Like, wait, imagine if we had the same response to, "Hold up, look behind him. There's a long car. Holy shit, that car is so long.
It's
Holy
huge.
fuck.
We gotta get a
Oh my
screenshot
God.
of it.
Can you believe?
That's so
Is
funny.
anybody seeing this? Hey, you on the street. What do you think of that big long car over there?
And some guys in the background. He's
So the guy's taking a photo and
he's
like,
got to go
"Oh."
horizontal on the phone because it's too long.
Yeah, he's like, I can't even fit it all.
Okay, let's see how Casey continues with this guy.
Do you think they had to leave their dignity at the police station because they couldn't fit it in the car? What do you think of that cop?
Wait.
He didn't even let him.
Worst journal. Yeah, he didn't let him respond.
I seriously bet his response was like, I mean, it's cool. Like, I think it's fine. And so he just like cut that part.
That's so funny. That is so funny. Do you think that it sucks and it's actually bad? Cut. It's like,
It's such the worst journalist, the worst interviewer of all time. He's like, okay, let me ask this guy this question.
the most biased interview ever.
Yeah.
Like it.
Do you think they had to leave their dignity?
Sorry.
Wait, he looks directly into the lens.
Look at this thing.
Yo, this thing is crazy. I've never seen anything like it.
You ready? Watch let me get you a play-by-play here.
This guy. Wait, hold on. The guy in the background. Why does he look like he's wearing a disguise?
he looks like he's like trying to do like some spy mission in case he caught him
He's
on camera.
undercover for sure. Yeah.
So now he's like freaking
Leave their-
out. Oh my god, dude. His face. He's
Did he
like
at the police station because they couldn't fit it in the car? What do you think of that cop car?
It's little. I wouldn't want to ride in it.
Officer, is it a...
She really took her time because of how absurd of a question it is.
Yeah, she was like, what? And then we get cut and you notice we're still here.
He's just been waiting for this dude to get his
Literally.
black burger. No relation. Wait, he just walked into Black Burgers, Fries, and Shakes. Grand opening.
Oh god. Yeah, so he basically waited for this guy to come back outside so he could bully him some more.
That's actually like harassment, right?
That's
Like
weird. Like it's so
that's not
weird.
that's also, I love the delay of the woman, like when he asked her what she thought of the car, because it is a question that most of us are never asked in our lives.
Excuse me, miss. Excuse me. What do you think of this car? She goes, it's small. Like, yeah, that's what I think too, actually.
It's also a car is my first observation,
Yeah.
and it's a little one.
And I wouldn't
And
want
he's
to
like,
ride
isn't it the worst thing you've ever seen? Cut back to the guy.
Isn't it an abomination? Shouldn't we kill this? Should we beat the shit
Shouldn't
out
we
of this
just
police
blow
officer?
this car up right now? And yeah, shouldn't we just airdrop in a much nicer sedan for this police officer?
Let's get a police one of those Escalades. We can bring in one of those bad boys instead.
Oh yeah, one of those bad boys. Yeah, get this tiny little dinky car out of here.
Yeah, it's saving us too much space and probably other things.
I bet it's fuel efficient too. Yeah, fuck out of here.
Yeah, let me get on my gasoline powered boosted board and ride
Yeah,
away.
let me guzzle some gas in a Hummer.
Yeah. So she is very confused, and then things take another turn for the worst.
Oh no.
It's little. I wouldn't want to ride in it.
Officer, is it embarrassing driving around in that go-kart?
Oh my god.
It's like, dude, you're like borderline, like, well, you're harassing him. Like, I don't want to be the guy who's like, that's harassment against a police officer, but like, dude, just chill out. Like, be a cool guy.
It's so funny because I think that he thinks it's funny, right?
Yeah, to him,
It's
he's
not
getting
like
so
he's-
excited about it. I think he's just
Right.
overwhelmed.
Because I think generally we can all agree that Casey Neistat is good at what he does.
Yeah.
But this is a rare moment that, like, as an up and coming creator who like paid so much attention to like how Casey Neistat talks about the creation process and how he like puts together a story. I'm thinking of that overlaid with him being like, okay, police officer leaves the cop car. That's funny.
Yeah.
Then we stay on the cop car. That's funny. We ask people about the goofy cop car. And then I'm going to stay here because I need to end the story. And the story only ends if I can berate the cop once again about his tiny little little clown car.
And we're gonna put the cherry on top and call the entire video "World's Silliest Cop Car."
Yeah, like he's like, oh, this is the title of the video. I need to make sure I deliver on this promise.
Yeah, this is gonna. You know when Mr. Beast says that he works on the thumbnail, like knows what a good thumbnail is before the video. Like that's how Casey
not
is.
Casey.
He was like in his head, he was like "World's Silliest." He saw the cop car and it all played out in his head. He was like,
He was like, now I've
car.
got it. He's like, he's went the whole day vlogging and he was like, what's the video going to be titled? What's the video going to be about? And then he sees the car and he's like, finally, oh, it's the
Grabs his
world's
little
silliest
camera.
cop car. As goofy as this is, the part of me that is nuanced wants to say, hey, things happen when you're making daily content. You know what I mean? And I'm sure you understand this as well.
Oh, of course.
Obviously. But that is also, you know, it's still goofy. It's still a goofy thing.
I mean, I do that thing in videos a lot where I replay the same thing over and over again and say it a million times. Like he said us, and that nod you gave was like, yeah, you do it.
Oh, I do it all the time. Like in my streams, I used to apologize when I'd back things up and like replay them, and now I don't anymore. And there are some people on my like VODs and stuff who just like complain about it, and I'm like, I'm just being me.
Dude, I love backing stuff up and playing. I mean, this is what this whole thing is. It's a 2-minute segment that we keep on playing back because I think it's hilarious. And I think people like
for
that.
sure.
I mean, they're gonna eat this video up. This video, oh God, this is so funny. It keeps going.
Also, we have gotten 50 We've talked for, I don't know, half an hour. We're at 36 gone
minutes.
Through 50 seconds of this video.
Those are the best kind of videos where you can just really.
I agree.
pick away.
I 100% agree.
Well, you got to see how this ends before you really make any nuanced comments. He punches the cop in the face. He just like knocks him out.
I wouldn't want to ride in it.
Also, the tone of his like, officer, is it embarrassing that you're walking? I'm like,
Yeah,
dude,
it's
calm
like, holy
down.
shit.
Officer, is it embarrassing driving around in that go-kart?
Is it? Now, officer, do you feel like a piece of shit when you drive around in that little car? Now, officer, so we're clear, it's a goofy car, and you know that it's goofy.
And it's like, dude, like, just like, stop. Like, he went in and came out, and like, Casey obviously is waiting for the dude to harass him even more. I'm using harassing light term against this unless
Yeah, I was like accost. That also is like
that
bother.
seems,
He is bothering. The
He's
guy.
he's a very bothering person. So this is where things really take a turn for the worse. He replies.
Oh no, it gets worse.
It's just like another funny step. But the cop replies, which is one thing, and then the cut is when you'll realize how much funnier this has gotten.
Officer, is it embarrassing driving around in that go-kart?
So he says it's a car, and then we are cut to these. Let me just hit play.
Poor guy. Stay safe, little buddy.
Oh my
Watch out for
God.
potholes. Wouldn't want to lose you. Marlon, you gotta see this.
Wait.
Dude, okay, wait. There's a lot to touch on.
But there's a lot that we just saw. Now I understand. There's so much to discuss.
First of all, I have to touch on the fact that this was like, I don't know how to explain it, like a Rick and Morty type thing where like you go through this whole episode and the camera like pans and Rick has like this like gang of high school friends that were like next to him the whole time. Like, come on guys,
like,
let's get out of here. Like,
it was so funny when he panned and there was just a panel of people because, you know, you're filming something, you've got a camera, you're pointing it somewhere. You're gonna, especially in a place with a lot of foot traffic, people are gonna be like, I want to stick around and see what this is about. The funny thing to me is the fact that the cop is not having it. And he's just like, it's a car. Like, hey, buddy, leave me alone. I'm doing my job. And then he gets in his car and then Casey's pointing the car at him, doesn't like skip a beat. He's like, that you're not gonna rain on my parade. Still filming.
Oh my God.
Still filming the car. And then he's like, friends, we're all gonna point and laugh on the little car. All right, bye, little man. I hope the wind doesn't sweep you away.
it's literally like cartoonish how it happens. Like the way he turns and they're all going, ha, and he goes, bye, little buddy. And one of the guys goes, ha, bye, little buddy. Like, and then he does the bottle joke. Like, and then, well, let's listen to this again because I have to play this back. It's so funny to me.
Watch out for potholes. Wouldn't want to lose you.
Wait, we got to get the
Stay
first.
safe, little buddy.
Stay safe, little buddy.
Watch out.
You hear the guys in the background like laughing
Stay
along
safe,
with him.
little buddy.
Listen to them in the background.
They've become the bullies in like a teen movie where the bullies just like say the same shit as like the main bully
so
says.
Funny. It is so funny.
Oh, poor guy. Stay safe, little buddy.
Poor guy.
Safe little buddy.
Watch out for potholes. Wouldn't want to lose you. Marlon, you got it.
Then we get to the next step.
Wait. He also said poor guy. Like,
yeah.
Like that is so condescending.
Yeah. Like, oh, look at you in your little
also,
cop car, and I'm like Casey
also,
Neistat with
you know,
my camera.
I've got no beef with Casey Neistat. As I said, I watched probably 100 of his videos.
Yeah.
You know, I watched him like all the time. And I think that if he couldn't take this as a joke, if he couldn't take the like light ribbing of this, then come on. Because what is he doing to the little police car? He's giving it he's doing a little haha. Yeah. And that's all we're doing here, except for we're turning Casey into the silly little car.
Yeah, exactly. So at the end of the day, we're all, you just become the thing you laugh at. We could have a whole video where someone's like, Jarvis Johnson and Nick is not green, defend cop for like 20 minutes. And then it's going to be like,
instantly regret it. And it's a Darman video.
And Darman and Samir are both sitting there staring us down. But yeah,
and then he shows it to Marlon, the post guy.
Yeah, everyone's favorite
who's a
post
character,
man.
like in his. Which, sorry, this is so funny to me, and I laughed so hard when it first came up because I now just am thinking about this video going on, and Casey just showing various people in his life. He's like he goes up to his wife and he's like, "Hey, you gotta see what's on my phone." He like goes to his like parents and he's like, "Hey," he just goes up to random people on the street. He's like, "Can I show you the things on my phone?"
Well, Jarvis, let's keep watching.
You gotta see this cop car. Look at that.
These guys are still standing there. Yeah, here we go.
Thing.
Unbelievable.
He's like just trying to be nice. He's like unbelievable.
Yeah.
Like
he's like, literally, I am carrying so many packages.
He's like, dude, leave me alone.
My job is so difficult.
You make my life so much harder because you stop me for half an hour every day and make me do 5 takes of whatever you want me to say.
I hope. I mean, in my head canon, he loves it, and
I think
hope,
he does.
I hope he does. But it is funny because the man. I guess you want some levity in your job.
Yeah.
But I have nothing but the utmost respect for Marlon.
Yeah, he seems like a great guy. Okay, this is what we call a setting change in Casey Neistat world. Okay.
Yeah, and he loves to do the time lapse, and I bet you just because he's an efficient guy, he set up that time lapse while he was staking out for the cop.
Maybe that's what he was waiting
burger.
for. Maybe that's what it was all
Yeah, he's
about.
waiting for the time lapse.
So you get knocked out making fun of the cop.
It's just efficient. It's
Meeting
just
up with the
efficient
boys
video production
and time lapse. Yeah. Okay. So new scene. We'll play out the rest just because cop car stuff's over though. The fun has come to an end.
How long have you been sitting here?
You told me 4 minutes. I've been here since 5:54.
So he's like, how long have you been sitting here? And she's like, I see you down the road, like laughing at this man.
That's so
with your
funny.
buddies. And then
That's so funny.
I have to show you something.
Oh my god! Oh my god! It happened! He did the thing!
Can you believe that? He literally did the thing you were making fun of.
Oh my god, he's doing it! That's so fucking funny. Holy shit.
Literally, just like he does a whole scene change and it's like, Candace, you gotta see this. Let's see what her reaction is to it.
Have you seen this cop car?
What is that?
It's a
Like she's just like, what are you gonna show me?
Why are you showing
For
me
what
this?
reason? Is it meant to pull over other little tiny cars?
It sounded like he made her say that. Like she was like, I don't have anything else to say. And he's like, can you say something about like how dumb it is and like how tiny it is? Because look, she's like,
Is it meant to...
like she first just
What is
goes,
that?
it's a cop car.
For what reason? Is it meant to pull over other little tiny cars?
little tiny car. Episode 69 too. There you go. There you have it.
Nice.
That's the big but
The
then,
big reveal.
Yeah. So this video has a decent amount of Casey has posted over 400 vlogs. He slips up one time and we crucify him. And I was like, I don't think it's like, I just think he was
Yeah,
super...
wait, what is the response like in those comments? Because it's got a lot of dislikes.
So there's a lot of people who defended him over it because they thought it was funny. And then people are like, the cop thought it was funny, which I was like, don't think so, but we'll get to that.
I don't know about that, yeah.
And there's a lot of people, it was a big, So then I think Casey put out a video right after called, there were two. There was one after this that was like, everybody hates me. And the next one was this, which is world's greatest police car. And he like talks more about it, but I don't think we need to go to those because I think the funny part of it for me is how freaking repetitive and how absurd it is that he like keeps going from.
He's just locked in on it, which
Yeah.
is just very funny.
So yeah, that's our that's
And
it.
also, he's apparently already apologized for it, and it's like, okay.
Oh,
whatever.
also it happened 6 years ago. So I think that's it because that 2 minutes really filled our time today.
Honestly, we extrapolated. Don't let anybody tell you that these are just reaction channels. All right.
Heck no. Yeah, if anyone thinks that we're just sitting here and we're just pressing play and sitting here, no, we make 2 minutes
into an hour. We recorded for an hour.
Yeah, recorded for an hour. So whatever gets cut down, it should be a 15-minute video, but just know we really put our elbow grease into those 2 minutes.
We really did. And I enjoyed every minute of it with you, my friend.
Thank you. That was great. I wanted to do this video originally. I was going to do this video originally just by myself, but I already knew the funny parts of it, so I was like, it's not gonna be as fun as me re-laughing at it. And then I was like, I'll do it on stream because then I'll have like the reaction of them. But I think this was great. I think this was a great return.
I enjoyed myself.
It's been a long time since we've hit the videos.
It's just a taste. Mm-hmm. It's a little teasing for the next time that we're in person.
Yes, just a little bit of a teasing and touching.
Mm-hmm.
You know where to find us, so that's the video.
Touching. 500,000 likes and we'll do it.
500,000 likes and we'll what?